What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Draymond Green Show YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the post that you love. But you can get everything the Draymond Green Show right on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. Check that out. Thank you. My predictions for the big two events. Number one, the slam dunk contest. First off, let's talk about the slam dunk contest. Mac McClung, former teammate of mine, went to camp with us, defending champ. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, Jaime Jaquez of the Miami Heat, and Jacob Toppin. Jacob Toppin, Obi Toppin's younger brother, who plays in the G League. Now, Matt McClung won the dunk contest last year. And I thought it was great that Mac McClung was in it. I think he brought a different excitement back to the dunk contest. And I thought it was great. Now Jacob Toppin is in there. There's a Toppin in the NBA. Y'all could have had that Toppin in there, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. But what brings me, what I'm getting at here is, like, can you kind of call it the same NBA dunk contest that Dr. J and Michael Jordan and Jason Richardson, Saginaw's own, Sparty, Dominique Wilkins, Human Highlight Reel. Like, can we actually call this the same dunk contest that those guys were in? Because it'd essentially be the equivalent of, like, having those guys and, like, players who were playing the CBA in the same dunk contest. Like, is it actually the same thing? And are there no other dunkers in the NBA that could be out there that you have to people in G League? Because we played against the Indiana Pacers last week, and Obi Toppin actually said to me, like, man, I'm trying to get in there. Like, if Jaylen drop out, I want that spot. And so I just kind of wondered about that. Like, that's interesting to me. And I know, the G League is way different than what it used to be. Even the Rising Star game, you got, like, players from the G League Ignite, which I also think is interesting there. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. I don't really know where I'm going with it. I just think it's interesting. And if you have to keep going G League route, is it time to do away with the dunk contest as a whole? Is it time to get more creative? Rick Welts, who's the president of the Warriors my entire career until maybe the last 2 years, who was a key cog in creating what All-Star Weekend is as we know it today. Is it time to get back creative, go back to the drawing board and figure out the things out if you kind of have to go to the G League to get dunkers for the dunk contest? I don't know. Do you have to raise the money so that guys, like, it's worth my time to go do it? I don't know. Me personally, I say raise the money because I'm all for guys getting that paper. But I just don't know quite how I feel about guys from the G League being in the NBA dunk contest. Because if I'm not mistaken, well, I'm not mistaken because Dart Tucker from Saginaw won it before there used to be a G League dunk contest. And so I'm not sure if they still have a G League dunk contest or not, but I don't know. I just think that's a weird thing. Like, you can't go just be an All-Star game. So why can't you just go be in a dunk contest? It's All-Star Weekend. So that's something that's a little funny to me. And saying that, my winner is Mac McClung. He's going to have the fans. The fans going to be behind him. He's the shortest guy out of all these guys, so his dunk is going to look sicker because that's just how it goes. And so I'm picking Mac McClung in the dunk contest. 3-point contest contestants: Damian Lillard, the defending champ; Malik Beasley, his teammate; Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, first-time All-Stars; Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, and Trae Young. That All-Star and that 3-point contest is cool and that's good, but the one everybody is looking for comes after that, which is Steph versus Sabrina. In the normal 3-point contest, I am going to roll with a final of Damian Lillard versus Karl Anthony Towns. My dark horse in that group, though, is Tyrese Halliburton. And why I'm going Tyrese Halliburton and Karl Anthony Towns, because they don't jump on this shot. They are quick release. They stay on the ground. And picking that ball up off the rack and not jumping, it's a different when you got to pick the ball at the rack and jump. Like, that's so many different motions. When you just picking up off the rack and fire, Carl, boom. Halliburton, his shot, and then Dollar's obviously Dollar. So Tyrese Halliburton is a dark horse, but I got in my final Damian Lillard versus Karl Anthony Towns with Damian Lillard being Dame and repeating as the champion. And then we go down to Steph and Sabrina.
Get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 back in a bonus bet. I was looking at NBA futures this morning. The Golden State Warriors are plus 5,500 right now on DraftKings to win the title. So if you believe in them, that's a big number. And Denver, I have Denver as my championship favorite, and they're still the second best odds on DraftKings right now at plus 450. So lots of good NBA bets to look at over the course of the end of the season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code HOOPS. New customers can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code HOOPS. That's HOOPS. The crown is yours.
Interestingly enough, the world is all kind of like, what? Klay picked Sabrina over Steph? Of course Klay picked Sabrina over Steph. Klay needles Steph every chance he gets. If you're ever around, if you ever can see all of us interact with those, it's constantly Klay just poking at Steph. Like, it's almost like your little brother just trying to poke at you like every chance that he gets. And so I am not at all surprised that Klay picked Sabrina. Sabrina did break the record last year. I think she missed 1-3. However, that stage gets a lot brighter, a lot bigger when you are up against the GOAT, Steph Curry, and that's just a little bit different. Sabrina will be shooting from the WNBA line with the WNBA ball. Steph will be shooting with from the NBA line with an NBA ball. I, quite frankly, myself think Sabrina should also be shooting from the NBA line because those 3 feet do make a difference. And you're essentially saying, I'm as good a shooter or better as Steph Curry in these contests. And so I personally think Sabrina should be at the NBA line. Nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. I got Steph, of course. No need for me to needle. Klay's done it enough. I got Steph. I got the GOAT. That's who I'm rolling with.